GS3 Media TV, and I'm back with another live stream. What's going on, chat? We back with another live stream. We back, mud. What's going on? What's going on? Let's get into this No Jumper live stream, man, with Munchie B and Lush and them.
I'm just like, bro, you are such a retard. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I always been cool with her, but you know,
at least she got faded after the interview.
That is true,
right?
Yeah, but do you ever kind of miss Drunk Munchie?
I love Drunk Munchie.
I'll be cool with the little cut water and shit. You hear me?
I know, but I watched a clip of you on your channel the other day, and you had the red cup in your hand, and I was like feeling. I'm like, oh yeah, he got a little bit more drunk right here than he normally is when he's on No Jumper these days, because people forget he had some wrong episodes.
Hey, no.
The 24-hour stream was amazing.
No. It's me coming in with a whole bottle is crazy. That's what the words be like. Come out on camera, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, but no, I don't miss it. I'm cool with a little. I'm gonna get the Cutwater sponsorship. I'm cool with the Cutwater though.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think that it's probably like better long term if the No Jumper show is one where people are not like overwhelmingly wasted out of their fucking mind.
Right.
Yeah.
But you gotta admit that shit was pretty fun too.
Yeah, but you gotta do like a self check, like you feel me, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't be, you know what I'm saying?
What would be the rate? Like let's say we do a 4-hour pod, we take 1 shot an hour. We're not even gonna feel that though.
Nah.
You gotta take 2 shots every half hour. You take
shots
a shot.
for thoughts, bro. That shit lightweight. See, but
a shot every half hour, so you're 8 shots in by the end of the 4-hour podcast.
It's also ironic calling shots lightweight when you're drinking butt water. To be honest,
no. That's not considered. He's talking about literal shots, though.
He's doing like gravity.
It's just like kind of like. I mean, it'll take you there a little bit quicker.
Wait, so you're against measuring alcohol by shots, like because you just drink it by the fucking gallon, Lush, or what?
I mean, I got a shot right here. You feel me? Like I'm shot issue. You feel me?
Bro,
like
shot. Oh my god, just texted
shot
me.
issue,
Bro. Trooper, I love you, but like. He really trying to get me to like go film a vlog with him on Tuesday.
That's crazy. I said shot issue, and that's him.
I said shot issue, and then he said shot issue. Then he texted
He wants me to go to Lancaster or whatever and do a vlog.
It's hot as fuck, bro.
Palmdale.
It's too hot at Lancaster. It's triple the degrees out there, bro.
Hell yeah.
I just feel like if I am going to die in the field doing a hood vlog, I just like don't want my kid to have to tell everybody for the rest of her life that I got killed doing a hood vlog with the guy who made the shot issue song.
Getting heat stroke in Courts Hill, Palmdale. Yeah, that would not be the way to go out.
I don't bang.
I don't. Bang.
So that's what he just hit you about. You want you to pull up?
Yeah, he's trying to get me to go do a vlog on Saturday or whatever, and I'm just kind of nah. Saturday is family day because like I got something going on Sunday, so I'm feeling like I'm just gonna do family stuff. I'm not gonna go do the Trooper vlog. Sorry, Trooper.
Although I am fascinated to see like the dynamics of the day-to-day life of Trooper.
Should I make Trooper my Adrian Broner?
I feel like that's.
I'm Dean.
He's
Adrian Broner.
What I want, but like,
my J-Cut.
Are you going to keep getting as mad as him as you did during that 20v1?
That's too many women for him, bro. He was overstimulated. He was just too excited and faded.
He was overstimmed.
Yeah, that was too many bras for him.
You're like, do you suck dick though? You suck dick though. I'm trying to fuck you.
I don't like how he called my baby girl a trans. I wasn't rocking with that.
Glam ain't rocking
Amazon
with
did not deserve that.
Yeah,
Glam wasn't rocking with it. Glam was ready to throw him up.
She looked like she was gonna fuck him up. And then she almost fought his homies after.
Physically towering over him by a good 1.5 foot, like trying to
6'1".
Yeah, like deboing, bro, in his face. Like
probably 5 foot.
Yeah, then his homies were ready to turn up though. It was kind of crazy.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were about to fight her, bro. They were threatening her and shit.
That's funny.
They're talking about Chips Ahoy.
Like, chip, bro.
Yeah.
Chip and Glam?
I'm just saying, bet you buy the chip. You feel me? Like,
you think Glam should do her first porn scene on Plug Talk?
Absolutely. Why not?
It's been discussed a little bit.
Would it be like with Lena, like 3 Screw with Lena? Or
I think
like,
it'll probably be me and another dude sending her into the fucking moon and back.
Okay. All right, Glam.
I mean, she says she wants to do it. I don't know. I shot with girls who were like 6'3", so
that's
not that crazy.
That's hella tall though. I ain't gonna lie. Like to even be like in, is it weird? Because you're probably so used to towering over, especially your lady is like what, like 5'2" or something. Like,
yeah. No, there's this one girl, Rocky Emerson, who's 6'3", white girl, mad tattoos, and her back is just Satan with huge fake tits.
I know you like that.
So really, like, I've decided that I believe in demonic possession. And when I was banging her from behind, looking at the devil staring back at me with fake boobs, I was just like, you know what? A life of evil is for me. Like,
Understandable.
I pledge my life to Satan.
Hall of Fame recoil.
I'm here for Satan and all other sometimes I regret that I just went with the atheism thing when I could have been like a Satanist.
Well, there's overlay on the Venn diagram between atheism and Satanism, no?
It depends on how literal you interpret like Satanism as being, because like some people I guess maybe like believe that like God and Satan are both real and that they just choose to worship the other side, which is kind of bizarro to me, as opposed to like there's like LaVey and Satanism.
I was gonna say like that full Anton LaVey, right?
LaVey, yeah.
But like, isn't his thing more just like the absence of the existence of God, or is he like, I worship Satan?
But if you read the Satanic Bible, there's like all this shit in there, with like weird
The Book of Shadows.
witchcraft type spells. I don't know exactly what it is, but
Yeah, the Book of Shadows.
yeah, it's fucking. So that always kind of turned me off, that they're just into all these weird spells and shit and all these ceremonies and stuff. But I do think that, you know, think about this comparison. Like the Indians or whatever, they had like, you know, ayahuasca, or they have like different like sort of psychedelic rituals or whatever. We don't have any place for like religion to deliver you a transcendent experience in our culture. People go to the club and they do hard drugs and they have these sort of like out of body supernatural type experiences or whatever, but it's like all presented through the lens of like commercialism and capitalism and everything like that. And I think that, you know, if I were to ever do, you know, serious like psychedelics or even something like MDMA or whatever, I would want to approach it in much more of like a spiritual way and not just some party boy shit.
Well, like one of the main things, like Christians, if you look at like, okay,
So you want to pop some Molly and go to the cemetery at midnight type shit?
That's a little too dark for me. And I don't want to do Molly at midnight because then I'm going to be up until fucking noon.
If you do it in the
Sounds fun.
daytime, you gonna be up to the next day, depending on you maybe I don't know what your system like, but
You got to keep those Zans on deck to turn it off.
No, but
Unless
like-
your corner is so fucking crazy.
going nuts.
The other one.
Oh shit!
I don't understand. You have to have the whitest.
hey, why the fuck your shit be building up like that? Nigga, you need a hanky with you at all
I need to
times.
drink
Because he's drinking Monster Juice.
I need to drink more water, fool, straight up. I'm gonna drink more, like, I'll be getting dehydrated, talking a lot. It's a perfect recipe for the coagulation.
White corners?
Yeah. The foam posits.
If you want to get on the hose, man, you gotta get that shit. You
Here's the cool thing. When you talk about, look at Christianity and the way it was spread across the world, like globalization, things like that, colonization. A lot of like indigenous cultures were practicing exactly what you just described, taking psychedelics, getting more in touch with like nature and things. But people look at that as ungodly. Anything that's not directly worshiping Jesus.
That's how the conservative American Christians rewrote like what religion even could be for Americans, because they don't think of there being any place for somebody to be getting loaded as a way to reach a transcendent state that might like augment your spirituality.
But what's the word? I forget the specific words, like transmutation, whatever it is, where you're basically the symbolic gesture of eating the Eucharist, the body of Christ, like how you eat that. Thank you, brother, so much. Like you're essentially supposed to be consuming the flesh of Christ when you do that. So that is like, in and of itself, requires a lot of cognitive dissonance right there, right? You gotta be at least tripping yourself out to a degree to even believe that that's real.
I think that like when like people in England go to the pub and get drunk as fuck out of their minds while they're watching a soccer game.
Liverpool.
But to them, that is like a celebration of their nationalism. Like what when you go to the club in America and you listen to Diplo spin for a few hours and you drink, $20 Jack and Cokes or perhaps get bottles delivered to your table. I mean, what is that?
No, you go to Stagecoach and listen to Jelly Roll and drink a bunch of Coors Light, and now you're super American.
I respect that a little bit more because it might maybe like less crashly commercial.
Yeah, but that's also like super like Americana, right?
Yeah.
Like that's like mainstream Americana as far as what I guess people would refer to as white culture in America.
I think getting a section in the club is modern Americana.
I guess it is, huh?
It sucks. It's like the death of the nightlife in general.
Well, yeah, because it's like now it's fully about observing it later through the lens of Instagram than actually having fun in the
I mean,
moment.
think about like a rave in a warehouse. Everybody is kind
I
of
want to
like,
go to one.
Let's go.
It's democratized. Everybody's on the same playing field. Everybody's got their fucking ketamine that they snuck in or whatever. You can get drinks, but there's no way for you to like elevate yourself to a person of importance in like a traditional rave. But then when you think about clubs and the whole section economy and everything, and it's a shame though, because me as a capitalist, as soon as I start thinking about doing a rave, I'm like, you have to sell sections because there's people who have money that want to pay for these sections. But it really kind of fucking ruins the whole thing.
Let me pay to be cooler or seem like I'm cooler than you.
Yeah, something like that.
A section in a rave, it had to be a different experience, but still amongst the people. You know what I mean?
The whole point of like why raves are always fun to me is like you get on one and then you just wander around and you meet a bunch of random people that adopt you. Like, oh, who's this cute girl with like purple hair and now she's massaging my hand? And
but people maybe aren't conscious of it, but most of the like rapper type dudes that I know who go to the club, they're basically like going to the club. Their going out experience is spend a bunch of money to present yourself as a person who has a bunch of money to spend so that you will hopefully like invite more women and sycophants into your midst so that
expect you to spend more money.
Exactly, yeah. And I mean, I just don't respect the whole thing. I know part of this is like me getting old and everything, and it's like it's kind of weird too, having like a kid and just thinking about like how I'm gonna explain the club to her one day and how fucking lame it is, but also like,
By the time she get older, the club experience is gonna be way different.
it will be way different. But it's like part of you is gonna want to explain how like going out
My
and
kid
having
ain't
fun
going
is
to no
good.
club,
For sure.
bro.
Part of me is also gonna want to be like, this is why modern going to the club is the gayest thing ever.
She's still gonna be my kid when she 25.
I mean, it's a pretty accurate word to describe it, though. Let's be honest.
Well, if you go to the club with the right group, and what club you going to, like strip clubs, and you having a section, and like, because when I go, I'll be with the rapper homies or whatever, so all the strippers flooding the section anyway. So the party coming to us versus you go like with One Oak and all that shit. You go to like it be kind of too reserved. It ain't fun no more.
Spending a huge amount of money at the strip club, I think, is more justifiable because I can understand the value in giving a bunch of money to a bunch of hot chicks that are just trying to hustle in here. Whereas if you just go to a regular club, yeah, granted that money's going to the fucking employees and
Right.
as well as the corporate overlords and everything, but there's nothing that makes me feel good about giving One Oak money.
Well, and here's the cool part. Everybody's in the club, like you said, to look cool, to seem like they have this disposable income for these thotties so they can wind up getting finessed further in this like pyramid scheme arc. But then like the thing that's fueling it is the majority of people there are spending all their hard-earned money, but they don't have it like that at all. They've been busting their ass in the fucking mailroom at Warner Brothers for the past, you feel me, to make slightly less than an intern's wage, and boom, then it's all gone. Their entire
Yeah, I mean, I can respect like somebody who's really balling, spending his money at the club or whatever, but like the people who are really just faking that,
Faking
shit,
it to make it.
that's disgusting.
And what, you finna compete with Drake?
Yeah, and then once you've like seen more, yeah, it's just gross. Okay, King Yellow comes out, and I'm so excited that I finally get to talk about this with people because I've just been reading these headlines and watching these clips of him.
Yeah.
So basically, he says that he moves out to Vegas. At one point, he's doing pretty well for himself. He's got some money and stuff. I don't know where it's coming from. I guess probably just YouTube. I don't know if King Yellow's breaking the law or hitting licks or anything like that, but it definitely ain't for music, that's for sure. And from my perspective, his YouTube channel is not that successful. So I doubt he's making that much money from YouTube. But basically, he says that he went broke from drinking, doing cocaine, gambling, and betting on sports. It felt like at first, especially when it was focused on his channel, when he came out and said this, a lot of people had the reaction of, I really respect that you're coming out here and telling the world what your story is, and you're being vulnerable, and you're allowing us to peek into your
That's facts,
life.
though. That's facts. It
As
takes a lot
time
for
has
you to
gone by,
come
and
out.
as he did an interview on Say Cheese, I feel like the sentiment is turning a little bit more into like, you need to take some responsibility for your fucking life at a certain point, because he's talking about literally like having thousands of dollars to his name, going to the casino, spending all of the money, getting annihilated drunk, and then literally like going back home and having nothing. I'm like, this is not like, I can understand learning from this and saying that it's cool that you're willing to share this to us, but also, can we not acknowledge that like, this is pathetic? You're a grown man, you're almost 40, and you're out here like really just practicing the most destructive habits possible. And then you've got comment sections that are lining up to praise you for making all of the worst possible decisions you can make financially.
And then also blaming,
Being transparent.
and well, also,
Right.
but blaming.
And I appreciate that part.
Is that what they praising him for? Or
Yeah, but it's like, okay, you're transparent, but you've also destroyed your own life, and you might end up homeless because of your gambling problem as well as your drug addiction.
hey, people don't need to move to Vegas, bro. Like, no,
for sure.
Vegas is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially if you got a gambling habit. Like, what are you doing in that city? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the thing is too,
Make it go fun.
you're blaming Bloodhound Jeff and Von off.
Because your son gangbang.
Come on, bro.
Because his son, so King Yella has a son who, I forget how old he was, maybe 18 or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
He's pretty young. And he basically is very influenced by Bloodhound, Lil Jeff, Von off 1700, etc. It doesn't feel like King Yella's being that honest about the fact that like he was very much there. Granted, he wasn't like one of the lit rappers or whatever in the Chicago drill scene or whatever, but he was a character in that whole soap opera that was playing out on platforms like Academics, Warren Chirac. But now he's blaming the new generation of these young street rappers and not really seeming to feel the need to take any kind of responsibility for his role in really like popularizing this style of rapping and communicating.
And they're his ops too. They're like the younger generation of his ops.
And he has a reason to suck up to them because they diss Duck.
Right.
Thank you.
100%.
And probably him too.
Well, what I get from me, you was absent.
Try.
Right. I mean, clearly.
King Yella?
I mean,
That's what it
one
sounded
would-
like me.
One would assume.
I would assume he wasn't
You
there
was absent,
for a
and,
lot.
and these dudes got a bigger influence on your son than you do. He was absent.
And then he from the other side, seemingly, or that's what a
He
lot of
said
people-
something about his son just popped up at his door. Like, all right, what you mean by popped up? Like, where he been at? Am I tripping?
No, you're not.
No, he did say that. But I mean, that's the whole thing. If Von off 1700 was a GD and he was making the GDs look good, like, I mean, is Ruga's music any less violent than Von off 1700? I'll admit it's probably like a little less violent. Von might be a little bit more one note, but like Ruga, who King Yella gladly spends a lot of time hanging out with, he's going on a blickathon.
So Roger and Yella is what?
They're
GD?
both like
GDs,
GDs.
And then the Jeff dude is BD.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what's the problem, that your son became a BD or that he involved the streets?
He did say that his son was
Well, yeah,
banging BD at
well,
one
yeah,
point.
he says he
and he said he
talks-
lived in O Block.
This is the confusing thing.
That
he
was
said.
crazy. Imagine him.
I just
living
want to know
in-
what's the problem. 'Cause
Imagine King Yella's son living in O Block and having to
insane.
keep it such a secret.
Oh, it happens.
That's crazy.
Well, but also this fool said when he was referring to them, he's like he dressed like them, he talked like them, he tall like them. Like, motherfucker, you tall.
like 6'5"?
Yeah, like you're tall. He's tall like you. What do you mean? That don't even like fully make sense that he would even
Yeah,
say
he should have
that.
left tall out of it.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, like, look, I definitely have sympathy for him. Obviously, like he's clearly going through the motions and feeling a lot of regret and like sadness, dealing with like seeing his son being resigned to this fate. But this is the same guy.
What fate? I'm trying to figure out what's the issue. Is it because he is in the streets, or is he because he's from the
facing
ops?
charges though? But he like, I guess he's
His son, yeah.
yeah, he's facing charges. So.
Because he did a string of armed robberies, I guess.
Oh, okay. It's
Or
getting
maybe
to it.
just robberies. But either way. So King Yella posted a video of himself basically he filmed himself bringing $30,000 to the bail bondsman or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So he was able to put up the amount of money that he needed to put up.
Looked like the lady was the one doing it. But.
Yeah, and that's like very strange to me because it's like if you are broke down to your last, where the
Thank
fuck
you,
do
Money
get
Kid.
30K
Thank you. I
from?
appreciate you.
That's a huge amount, especially if you're literally on zero. Like, where did that come from?
Yeah, especially because it was $200,000 bail, but if you have to spend 30, which is
15%.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's because they didn't have proper collateral or something like that, so it had to be bumped up a little bit. I don't know for sure, but that's what that would indicate.
Oh no! All I know is if I'm dead broke and my kid has a $200,000 bail,
You got to fight that.
Get comfortable.
yeah, have fun, man.
Get comfortable.
I'm not like working until I hit 30K and then giving it to your ass to get out of there. If you out
You might
here
as well
robbing people, man, what the fuck?
Put that to a lawyer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Literally, yeah,
right.
1,000%.
Yeah, stay in there.
1,000,000%.
But even that's
right,
another
bro. example
example of King Yella practicing poor money management when he should be thinking about the lawyer instead of thinking about the fucking getting him out.
Yeah.
Look, bail is for people that got to get back to life and get back to doing what they like, whether they got to continue on to work, who go watch my kids or whatever, you know what I mean? But you go bail out and just do nothing for it.
But
So
that's what he's
put that
saying.
towards a lawyer.
He's saying that his like his son fucking like doesn't have a job. He don't sound like he's doing shit in life. So what the hell is he?
What state did this happen in?
I was going to say, is
Vegas,
this Cook
right?
County?
I think it's Vegas.
Oh,
I think
is
his
it-
kid might still be in Chicago.
I don't. That's a good. That was my thought.
He was talking about his kid like being around and shit. So I assumed it was Vegas, but either way, I mean, I don't know. All right, so like, let's put me in King Yella's situation. Let's say you fast forward 6 months, and I got to come out here and say, guys, I'm just gonna admit it. I spent every last dollar I had. I blew $1 million on poker. I'm down to my last. I'm broke. I'm filing bankruptcy. My girl, I guess, is gonna like, have to kind of like bail me out with the house and shit like that. But the building's gonna go into foreclosure. I ruined my whole life. You telling me that these people are gonna say, "Oh, well, I'm so glad you're being transparent"? No, they're
Hell
gonna say,
no.
"Adam, you're a fucking idiot."
Odie, what's the
Everything's
word?
going pretty
Good looking out, bro. Good looking out,
Shit,
man.
but you were doing good there for quite a few years. You were making content that we appreciated. We were helping you out, becoming members, stuff like that. And you just blew it all on gambling and drugs or whatever. Like that. I mean, I would expect them to keep it real and say, Adam, you fucked up. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, when you said No Jumper was going broke, they ain't give you no grace for that. You feel me? When you
Exactly.
said that when people thought you was getting a divorce, you ain't getting no grace for that.
We did get a couple thousand members when I said that we were going broke, so that was nice. But
Yeah, but that's literally because that was the first time you were really even promoting that there was a members only section.
that's
Like,
true
you know
too.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but
So it's-
yeah, I know, no, for real. But I just feel like it's just kind of strange to me because it's like, what has King Yella done to like make him so deserving of grace after he made
that
the
was my
biggest,
first thought.
the biggest mistakes, like not spending the last of your money gambling and doing drugs. That is like the bare minimum thing that you're gonna have to be able to do to exist in this world and make it through life is don't. And you can blow money. You can blow money gambling and doing drugs. You just can't blow the last of your money. Your last couple grand is like way more important than like a couple grand when you have 50 grand.
I feel like because like we've seen now this trope of rappers needing to floss and have money, and people can kind of see through it and know that it's a farce at this point. When there's stories that come out like, oh, Lil Skies tried to get a job at Ralph's or whatever it was, or Sam's Club, like these stories, even though they might not be 100% true, people like they resonate with people and they appreciate it. I think that despite King Yella's past, he came across in that initial video as being very genuine. He seemed like he was really distraught. He seemed like he was in a lot of pain. I think most people that saw that might not even really know who he was. And
Hey
they were
man,
just
what's
like,
the percentages in Vegas for bail?
Well,
Because if he came with 30,000, that's more than what you need.
yeah, that's like damn near 15 or
You wanna see the video?
12.5%, right?
I bet you're right though that he has fucked up credit or something.
That's why I thought like it's because the reason why I thought that is because like
And if I'm going through something, bro, the world be the last to know. I'm not about to be going through a crisis and recording myself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why make content about this unless it's something where you really like want people to reach out and help, right?
He's a
well,
cloud chaser,
okay,
bro.
check this out.
When I said that No Jumper was broke, that's what I was doing, right? I was basically like, hey, I'm gonna share a little bit of information with y'all to let y'all know about our financial situation not being so great. And then I'm going to pivot into telling you to sign up for being a member.
And it worked.
And it did work to a certain extent, sure.
So you had an agenda, and that's what that was. But what's his?
Oh, I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Why are you recording yourself?
Didn't I see him doing like fake like credit repair ads after the fact and shit like that? I feel like that.
Who gonna come to him about some credit repair and he's in a financial crisis?
Okay, let me ask y'all this: when was
The fuck?
before
Oh,
he
sure.
made that video? If you look at his Instagram right now, Nate, find me a video that had 1/10 of the amount of traction that video had.
Nah, that's part of it
past
too.
several years.
Is that it's like it's kind of like a last ditch effort as well because it's like really like nobody expects anything of King Yella, right? Like they don't expect him to be rich. They don't expect him to make music that does well. They don't expect his YouTube videos to get shitloads of views. The only thing that he could do to like really get people's attention at a certain point is to tell you, actually, I'm doing worse than you thought. Because we all kind of didn't think you were doing that great in general. Like even when I went to Miami for the Blueface fight and he was there with Rugen and shit, I was kind of like, damn, like I'm surprised you even like really got money to like be out here because I don't know where the fuck he would possibly get money unless he secretly flips packs and does all kinds of street shit. I don't know. Maybe he's on a sharp rob.
A flight don't cost that much. A flight, it ain't like you trying to be first class.
But that's what I'm saying is that even like if it's like a $400 flight and you got hotel rooms for a couple of nights or whatever, it's like where the fuck is King Yella getting $1,500?
He said he had less than $50 left to his name. In that initial video, he said that. Now I'm wondering if that $50 is from that 100 that Skinny from the 9 gave to him to bounce that one day.
He took that and invested it.
Oh wow!
That he got for sex trafficking Jalise and put that in.
That's crazy. He would say that, bro. That's
He
crazy.
sex trafficked Jalise.
Hey man,
I don't believe
I
it.
don't know, man. When people record themselves, I just think everything for clout. I don't, man. Is the little nigga even in jail for real?
Skinny?
No, his
No,
son.
his
He's
son.
talking about.
What's his
GS3
name?
Media
Look
TV,
him
and we
up.
got
Look
no
him up.
Let's get into the content. Butchie B, Adam 22, and Lush the
My son
Smoker.
is coming home. To everyone who had something to say in the comments with the broke and deadbeat jokes, thank you. You fueled the fire.
Man, that was promo for Bob's Bells Bonds, bro.
God, yo, I bet. But he didn't tag him.
That was promo for Bob's Bells
If
Bonds.
it's a brand deal, he didn't tag him.
I mean, it is a big,
Not a
picture
brand
with the phone
deal.
number
It was
at
a
the beginning.
deal, like just a promo play, and that wasn't his 30K. How you go from not having $50 or having $50 to putting up with 30K, bailing somebody out? That I don't
Right.
understand, bro. And that was a promo. Shout out about Bob because Bob he paid him to do that.
And this is Mama Ling, who's the Asian woman that he's been like dating for a long time, and allegedly he was saying that she's like leaving him, or like she keeps like trying to leave.
She does not look psyched in this video.
She doesn't look too happy to be there. But yeah, he like really I'm not seeing the actual son though. I'm seeing the paperwork and the money and stuff, but it's not like he posted a photo with his son, which I guess it would be. Wait, is this his son? Free my son. They taken forever to release him. Oh, this is 3 hours ago.
You
Okay.
got to let the bill process, bro.
Yeah.
Take it forever, nigga. Let the
I'm not gonna lie, I could see why he's frustrated about
Why?
certain elements of the swag. It definitely looks
What, you think his son looks zesty?
nah. Like I think he definitely looked like he for sure was a huge Bloodhound Jeff.
Yeah, no. But bro, King Yella having the picture of him and Cardi B still pinned on his
Okay.
Instagram, that is
And this is what we
Still,
know.
how long it's
this is
been?
disgusting.
How long
he
has it
hung
been?
out with her like 15 years ago or some shit. Like, you know, like, hey, I ain't never really fucked a famous girl besides the porn chicks.
Oh, he hit?
I mean, She, I believe, has said that he did not, but then he won't say that he fucked Cardi B, but he'll like
Leave it to the
hint
next-
at it really, really hard to the point where like if you didn't know that he was like kind of full of shit, you would totally think that he did fuck her.
But I always it wasn't. I thought it was either like Billionaire Black or one of those other guys that probably wound up spiking.
I mean, maybe we don't know, but I mean, so the other week he did the whole baptism thing, which Lush has done this cloud arc as well, and then now
contrived.
So he did the baptism thing. Now he did the broke thing. Now I don't know. Look, he's like training for a fight or something. Man. No, but you want to know something crazy about King Yella? Actually, King Yella, they were trying to have Crip Mac fight him on brand rest.
That ain't fair.
Crip Mac turned it down.
Really?
Crip Mac is not gonna accept nobody fight. Have y'all caught on to that?
Yeah, but so that's the weird thing about it is that they got him at like a dollar amount that actually like made sense and seemed like it was good for him. Crip Mac changed his mind like at least 4 times. Like said that he was down, then hits him up the next day and says, nah, fuck that, I'm not down. Says then 2 days later says he's down. Because you got to think about like Crip Mac doing like features and interviews and all kinds of shit for like a couple $100.
Yeah.
If he could get like whatever it is, 20, 30K, I mean that's
He never gonna do it. He never gonna get in the ring with nobody. I don't care who like, you know what I'm saying?
But then why is he fighting random people at like the Clout House or
I
whatever?
think he just
Like,
gets sucked up into the moment. Pause. He just starts like really enjoying himself.
Is
and
the
he-
fights even real? It's staged though. So
No, that thing with Dean. Okay, with the thing with Dean, he didn't know that Dean was a boxer.
Okay.
And then the thing with who's the other one? I forget that guy's name. I met him in Vegas, but you know, it wasn't necessarily very well thought out. But the thing with King Yella is that I don't know if King Yella like can actually fight. But if we just talking size,
He's big.
Hey, man.
he'd crush Crip Mac.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Bad.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro.
Doing bad.
Crip Mac, he gonna lose, bro. Cause he think he kind of off with eye and hand coordination.
Yeah.
I've never heard of him winning a fight. I know a lot of people he fought.
Yeah.
They're not the biggest. I'm like, damn shit. I don't know, but shit.
Do you feel like if Crip Mac actually took that fight and got his ass whooped, like would that actually cause damage to his aura?
That's what he feel. That's what he feel.
I think so. Yeah.
That's what he feel.
Of course. I mean, him getting, body shotted by Dean was really, really bad for his public image,
Was it really though? Do people really give a fuck? He's still Crip Mac. He's still getting his appearance.
Yeah,
He's
people
got-
still love him and stuff, but if you recall a few years ago, I think maybe people took him a little bit more serious as a fighter and shit.
There's like an element of fear more, but that's also a lot of it. I feel like is because he's becoming seemingly more mature and not even.
Hell no.
I mean, maybe I'm
He's just doing
yeah.
an interview with his mom saying that he cares more about gangbanging than being a father.
Yeah,
And that he wants to die as a gangbanger.
the
His words. And the whole thing is that if you think back, do you remember when Crip Mac and Brick Baby got in the beef?
Yeah.
And Brick Baby was like really kind of like the first person that at least I heard that basically said Crip Mac get beat up by everybody in there. And we were all kind of shocked. Now everybody says, and that's my boy, but like everybody says that he can't fight now. Let's be real. I don't want to be the one saying it, but everybody says that shit. And that is a far cry from
I got
where we're at, where
3,535
it's
subscribers
shot.
now.
I knew it was good shit when Brick was lying for him to begin with. That's so crazy. Because Brick was lying for him at first.
like saying that what he was.
Yeah, cause I came in here and he was naming names and shit, and people was mad, reaching out like, Brick, why you lying? Because he said one of the niggas he beat up, and the dude, he locked up still. He's like, hey, Brick, I'm disappointed in you, bro. Why you let the nigga say that? You know what I'm saying? And Brick went along with it. Then he went back and told the truth after he said something about Brick and the whole situation with DW.
Yeah.
That what made him, yeah. But I think he need to go for it, bro, because people starting to catch on to you that you not really a fighter anyway, so why not get a bag for it and let, the boy King Yella punch on you?
I mean, I don't think it would be that bad for him, no matter what happens. He's still Crip Mac, but
It would be bad, bro. Like, as much as, like, everybody just does everything for clout these days, like, I have never really put myself out there as somebody who could fight or anything, and I got annihilated for weeks and months after that Jason Love thing. Then you take Crip Mac, who really has in the past, put himself out there as a gangster, as a real chipper, as somebody who could fight or whatever. I mean, bruh. He is. I don't know how you could possibly sit there with a straight face and say, I don't think it would be that bad for him. Obviously, it would be horrible. It like, even when people who don't claim to be tough guys get their asses whooped in a boxing ring, it is bad. Like that it fucks up your image for a sustainable period of time.
I mean, I definitely get comments every day of my life about like suspect knocking me down, which is
and that was a 3-second clip.
And I never have said that I was good at fighting in my life, so but it still gets used against me. Which is, you're right in that aspect.
If I'm coaching Crit Mac for the long-term health of his career, both gangbanging and social media wise, you ain't fighting King Yella. That being said, if you're kind of like, listen, I need this bag right now, maybe it is worth it. But then, like, your public image is kind of going more into the category of being like this guy that'll just literally do anything. And that's the problem too, is that it's like, if King Yella knocks him out, what's the next fight going to be?
But
there might not be another. Well, there'll be more fights, but they're going to go down in price.
But dude, he's literally catching fades at the content house with random people. Seemingly, they might be.
Nobody's saying that was a good idea. That was a bad idea.
So if you're already doing that and you're inclined to do that in any capacity, and like, let's say I'm managing him, I'm for sure making sure you get a bag. So like,
he been the guy.
Man, that was making C-Mac look bad, bro. When he was getting beat up and all that by them boxers, bro.
At one point, I'm pretty sure that Fusi lost like 6 fights in a row. Or was it Deji?
Oh yeah.
Let me look this up. Did Deji lose 6 fights in a row?
That's the dude that fought Jake Paul, right? Like,
no, that's KSI. He did not. Okay, he lost 3 in a row between 2018 and 2022. But then after that, he won some fights. He beat Fusi. Okay. I think. I think Fusi actually like got him back on track. Did Fusi lose 6 fights in a row?
Fusi almost lost to Steven.
No, he just lost 2 boxing matches in a row against Deji and then that guy Slim. Okay, interesting. So that's not that many in a row. But yeah, I don't know. King Yella, like, I'm supposed to be cool with him and shit, but it's like, bro, I can't just like.
Well, he's mad at you now, right?
I mean, he's mad because I've just been critical about the fact that I just don't understand how people can like really like pat him on the back and say like, oh, I'm so proud of you because you're talking about how you ruined your fucking life.
The whole thing was rife with hypocrisy to me from the beginning. Like, this is a guy who was an active participant in the Chirac War. He's
a killer, if you ask me.
Getting it. I mean, regardless of what he actually did, which I don't even know for real. He was very vocal. Was in the mix, talking big shit. Has records with King Lil J and all that, getting at ops and everything. So for him to be upset that his son is now seemingly following a blueprint that he was part of creating a decade plus before.
It's kind of bizarre to just blame it on like random young rappers that don't like you.
Yeah, no, definitely.
The ones that are more successful and from the other side.
Blame yourself. Like, you the one showed them what you out here doing in these streets.
Son, right? No.
Munchie? I got a grandson.
Okay, but like, let's say hypothetically you had a 18-year-old son right now, and he chooses to be a gang member, and he gets a crazy-ass case, and then you're like, man, that shit is because of like whatever like hot young 18-year-old rappers are out right now. Yeah. It's like, hell no. You got to be like, man, I fucking like what image did or what example did King Yella set for his son that would lead anybody to think that he wouldn't make that kind of decision with his life?
But like, also think about like how the whole Vlad and Boosie hypnotized by hate take right there. Okay, this is a guy that grew up, he was homies with Tuka. This is Tuka's homie, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's from that side. People have been kind of weaponizing and popularizing him and his homies catching L's for a long ass time, and that's like one of the main parts of the Chirac lore is like, oh, it seems like people like the O Block thing is way more coveted, and even though people that might not understand the intricacies, it's all not from 63rd, all that. So he's hearing all this his whole life, and then his own son is pushing that same
Bro,
agenda.
his son is like apparently halfway to being a BD. He loves all the BD rappers. He don't give a fuck about his dad, apparently.
Or he's using that as even more reason to be like, fuck y'all.
Bro, his son obviously knows who the cool drill rappers are and the cool Chicago personalities are. And he's just probably looking at his dad like a total fucking goofy. And now his dad's like going viral for fucking being broke and shit.
You know, for like a long time, like the cool thing, the popular thing was to be a Crip. You know what I mean? Like,
For sure.
it was, like, cool to be no blood. You feel me?
In the 90s, for sure.
Even though they got this thing like talking about Crips is dirty, like I be seeing the little memes on Instagram and shit. You know what I mean? But
Maybe your feet.
That's a very, very specific feed.
no. Oh, so hold on. Watch the chat.
Yeah.
This is a. They've been
didn't
saying this
know
for
that.
years.
Really?
Hell yeah!
didn't know.
I can't make this shit up.
I know what he's talking
y'all,
about.
y'all think I'm just saying?
No.
I feel like your YouTube algorithm probably has a lot of
No,
anti-Crip
it's on everybody's
stuff.
shit.
No?
Anti-Crip? No. Hell no. Hey, look.
Crips are dirty is a new one. I don't know.
What? Or just watch how the chat come in, or they might. You not gonna see that in reverse with the Bloods. Like it's just that's been like a thing that's out there that be said. But growing up, all I heard was Dog Pound, Gangsta, Crip. It was just so commercialized and just
Right.
like popular to be a Crip. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I think that's how the BDs got it right now. But I'm still confused whether he's mad his son is in the streets or it's because his son is a op.
Yo, but that's the thing about LA and Chicago that's different is that LA, there's always been like, there's been like discrepancies and like, you know, there's been times where it felt like the Crips were way hotter than the Bloods or vice versa. But like, there's popular Blood and Crip rappers coming out of LA. In Chicago, it has been so one-sided with the BDs for as long as anybody can remember. And that kind of like changes the dynamic where the GDs just feel like the BDs like blew up first and then we're basically able to like block them from having any kind of opportunities. And I know because I've had conversations off camera with GD rappers from Chicago where they're like more forthcoming than they would be on camera, where they're like, bruh, like any rapper I reach out to that I want to do a feature with, they're gonna like kind of talk to me or whatever, and then they're gonna like realize I'm like Dirk Ops, and then they're gonna not fuck with me.
By the way, Dirk's
you know,
dad,
I don't
who
be
was
knowing the
a
difference.
GD.
I don't know. I don't, like when I hear these rappers, I don't know who's a GD or a BD. I don't be knowing.
Okay, so O Block is BDs. You feel me? In 63rd.
Yeah, but I'm saying when I hear the names though, I know. Like,
But that's the weird thing about them is that they don't really like say BD that much.
That's like, well, yeah, like okay, but then there's certain things like the On King David is a very BD thing.
okay.
to say.
Who's the biggest GD rapper from?
It was
from,
like Duck, you could say.
Probably Ruga now.
Yeah, it was Duck and probably Ruga.
And that's
now.
his
Yeah.
cousin or whatever, Ruga.
so Roga and Doug, and they never really had no mainstream success.
Well, no, Duck was actually getting
On his way.
huge.
Right.
And
He
that
was getting
slide,
big, but-
slide record was huge.
Okay,
I
but you
said
couldn't put
mainstream,
him
bro.
even close to like the level of success that somebody like Vaughn was having.
No, but he did get
He got signed.
a multi-million-dollar deal. It was over $1 million
Hell no.
per my understanding.
That was not what I heard.
And that was before Vaughn, I believe, got signed.
Yes, it was because I remember listening to Slide in like 2018 or some
17,
shit.
18, yeah.
But I heard what he got signed for. It was cool, but it wasn't no.
okay,
It wasn't no
G
billions.
Herbo, what is he?
He neither.
He's something.
G Herbo's
No.
a BD.
Is he a
He's
BD?
big GDK in every song.
Well, yeah,
Right.
but like,
Oh, yeah, okay,
they're,
yeah.
They saying Blood Out and Lil Jeff ain't a BD though, technically.
Yeah, exactly. And he's from like that fool Herbo, and that's Essex, and that's a whole other.
I still think
They're like EBK, like we're talking
Herbo's
about.
something. G Herbo.
Well, they used to like if you listen to early when he was still Lil Herbie, they were talking
Okay, he's
about
not.
EBK.
He's from 79th and
No
F6
limit,
area
yeah.
of Chicago, and he's an NLMB member. Mm-hmm. So Chicago shit is like way more complicated because everybody wants it to just be BDs and GDs, but it's
But they got
Vice Lords, they got Latin
Black
Kings,
Stones.
they got Titanic Stones, they got exactly.
Stones.
And,
Mickey Cobras.
well, they got Cobras too, but these fools.
Man, I don't even try to learn it. I just know you from Chirac and you just a rapper.
But those, but the 79th and Essex, like it says right here, even they are like affiliated with P Stones as well.
Okay, what's the girl name when they shot up her release?
Mellow
Okay.
Bucks.
And where's
Oh
she
yeah,
from?
She's from No Limit, which is the thing that G Herbo is from, and
Okay.
yeah, so that they never caught who did that, but That basically was like an anti No Limit.
They be having
Moment that was kinda-
hybrid sets. Like it'd be like clicks. It'd be like some of them are GDs, some of them are BDs, but they're this now. And they,
Man, if I was in a position, man, I'll sign a talented GD artist and break the curse.
yeah.
Because you know it's funny.
Truly G.
The Hoovers
But
feel
he's
that
from
way.
Indiana.
The Hoovers feel like they blackballed.
Yeah. The GDs are very much kind of like the Hoovers.
But oddly enough, Larry
You
Hoover.
never had a Hoover go mainstream. Come on,
Besides Schoolboy Q?
They really are the cursed hood that hasn't had a dude breakthrough. Yeah, I guess Schoolboy Q is part of
And
that.
you can even, I mean, I know
It's the Hoovers' fault though because they rap about the same shit.
Mm.
Like when you rap about that, you got a ceiling. Like you know what I mean? You ain't gonna make it out of Southern California.
Yeah.
well, it's like if all your songs are gang anthems.
Like Schoolboy Q shit, not gang anthem, and Young Magnificent is talented, but he's you know what I'm saying he stuck on some
Yeah.
shit. But who is they got a ceiling like you know what I'm saying?
Jap 5 is like lyrical enough as where he doesn't need to lean on that. Like he's capable as a lyricist to go beyond that. We'll see if he actually chooses to.
All you gotta do is collab with the right people that don't talk your talk, so y'all can like blend.
Speaking of, I just. Were you surprised at all when I debunked the idea that Drake wanted to do a song with Lefty Gunplay?
I mean, I'm not going to say I'm surprised, but I'm just confused because Soulless OTR owners.
He co-signed it?
Bro, he didn't beyond co-signed. He called us the day to be like, yo,
That originated here.
Bro, he's
didn't
like,
know that.
I want to,
GS3 Media TV, and you can like, comment, subscribe, and we're going to keep good vibes, mud. And you know my slogan. At the end of the day got to end, mud. And we still live streaming, though. Just had to end that so I can get me a little bit of content. Okay, let's get back into No Jumper.
It took place.
Drake is a very, he will DM you directly.
Hey man, maybe Drake didn't like his response, and now he's saying, you know what I mean?
I don't think so, because like when I asked Drake about it, he was just so direct, and really like the way he said it was just like, why the fuck would I do a song with Lefty Gunplay? And it forced me to be like, yeah, why would anybody believe that?
But he's done songs with more obscure rappers.
But he hasn't done songs with less talented rappers.
Well, let's just say
That's debatable.
I don't think so.
If
You tell me
Lefty
someone
lying,
worse.
bro,
I got one.
like California, we got to start making ourselves look bad because we got Loose Cannon that lied.
Yeah.
We got Snoopy Badass somebody bringing them to Bompton, and now this Lefty Gunplay shit. Man, we gotta stop making the West look crazy.
With Drake specifically.
Well, Drake specifically, bro. Like, come on, man.
Come on, bro. Like, we want to have a good relationship with Aubrey.
He's also, all right, this is the thing, is that like Drake is basically like the greatest A&R rapper of all time. Not in the sense of signing artists. Obviously, he's always kind of struggled with signing artists and
Great
being able
taste.
to make them huge. But as far as like who he does features with, who he chooses to work with, and then what happens to those artists going on in their career, kind of stands alone in that regard. It's always been like an integral part of him as an artist, is that he's always elevating other artists as a way to help make his music sound cooler and fresher and newer, but then also as a way to just, you know, sort of present himself as a tastemaker and everything like that. And the thing about Lefty is that Lefty is talentless. I will say this until the day I die. He's one of the worst rappers to have ever lived. And then on top of that, he was already given a cosign by Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar made him a household name in hip hop. Drake has nothing to gain from that aside from maybe being like, look, this guy who did a song with Kendrick did a song with me too.
Yeah,
But I
he
don't think
flipped it.
I don't think Drake wants to make that statement. I don't think Drake's like running behind Kendrick of like, oh, I hope I can get a Doty 6 verse so that it'll make Kendrick look kind of stupid.
It'd be a power move if you threw him on a bridge or let him do ins and outs on a hook or something, and you want to tap into the expanding community out here, and you know what I'm saying? Because he, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you, but this is the thing: is that Drake is clearly in his no new friends era. Like he's not co-signing new artists. He's seen that people are not loyal, that people will turn their backs. You know, he co-signed a few girls.
Ask Drake, is he mad at California? I asked him that. Do he got like some type of what's the word?
Animosity?
Animosity towards
No,
California.
because then why would he have made
You talking about a song with a sample? What do that mean?
Nah, man, he made a whole song with it was essentially a love letter to the Bay Area, bro. Like that was one of his major records.
You mention that every Tuesday. I think you taking out a little too like,
bro. It's literally named after a Mac Dre song. Features a bunch of bars from said song. Mac Dre's
that's just
mother,
artistry, bro.
Mac Dre's mother is receiving royalties from it. Shouts to Mac Wanda. So like this is. How is that?
But that alone don't answer my question.
Okay, this is, and I agree. That's superficial. Like
right.
he could hate California and be like totally not fucking with California and still be down to do a Mac Dre rip on a song just because. But that being said, I've kind of like had that conversation with him before in terms of like where it kind of came up as an aside of like what the temperature may be for Drake in California. And obviously he's going to move appropriately no matter what. But I told him, I said, the idea that there is a real palpable hatred of Drake amongst the people of California, I'm calling bullshit. That's not a real thing. Do you have like dudes who are in the media that talk shit about Drake? Sure. Is there any hood in LA that views Drake as an op? No. There's no way.
Maybe just one. The West Sides.
Yeah, just
the West Sides.
Okay, but even that.
One out of a million.
But even that is like Drake never said anything bad about California. Drake never said anything bad about anybody's neighborhood. Drake never made it anything more than a him and Kendrick thing. Mm-hmm. He never made it, oh, your city is gay. If anything, he has bars like, fuck you, pussy, but shout out your neighborhood, that a lot of people would probably interpret it as him as basically saying, like, I fuck with LA even though I don't fuck with Kendrick.
If I was on the GNX project and then he, after, reached out to me to hop on whatever song he got, I'm doing it.
Ooh!
Like, I don't get why somebody, like, you feel like you married to somebody because you was on this project.
I mean, I think if you're somebody that's never had a look of that caliber and this has completely changed the dynamics of your career and your life, you might be loyal to that person and not want to hop on a song with his op.
Maybe if I was signed to that person, but because I'm on your... No, because Drake in my top 5 for sure.
No, because if Kendrick puts you on GNX and then you go do a song with Drake, then you're a rat. You're a traitor.
You look like a buster.
Yeah. And Kendrick should look at you as an op.
Kendrick barely know the people that's on this project.
That is true. But I would say that he would be right to view them as goofy if they go do a song with Drake afterwards, given how heated that beef was. But all I'm saying,
I'm already a gangbanger, so now I got to pick sides with this music shit. Got me fucked up.
Okay, so
I think so.
Who does YG pick sides in that whole situation? Does he did he pick a side?
Yes.
That's a him
He
question.
went to the pop out.
I mean,
so that's another thing. So since you go to the pop out, you op with Drake,
basically,
or participated.
If you were on stage, yes.
How much more money did YG make with Drake previous to that?
So
probably a lot more than he did with Kendrick.
But that was a celebration for the West Coast. You know, we've been cold for a long time.
That was a celebration of the premature death of Drake. This is all I'm saying, though, is that have you ever seen a video of a bunch of YNs in the streets of LA saying, man, fuck Drake? Never.
No.
It's just not, there's no way. Drake would come here and be celebrated just the same as he was years ago or last time he was here.
The only crazy thing that I saw in that regard that even compares, and this isn't even like an LA thing, it's more just like a hip hop fandom thing, was that I went to that Tams, I want to say like a week or two after the shit dropped, and there was fans from out of town coming. There's these fans from out of town, and they had an owl pinata and beat it up on camera in front of the, like, there's people that were making like a pilgrimage to that Tams burger.
But even that is like performative, goofy, silly shit.
And it wasn't people from LA. These are people from other cities that were coming, and you know what I'm saying? But
that was on vacation. They wanted to take a picture next to the Kendrick mural and then do some crazy shit type. But I don't give a fuck. Call it what you want. I'm after hopping on GNX, nigga. He hit me, nigga. Shit.
But Munchie, you smart enough. Like, you obviously see how people might look at somebody that did that and be like, "What's up with you, man? You a both sider."
So, okay, if there's a rapper and he's on the Munchie B mixtape and you give him a look and then he just jump on, we don't even have to get so specific. But he goes and jumps on your ops project 6 months later, and not just your op, but like the op who's really trying to destroy you, trying to spread the worst possible things that he could say about you. You really trying to tell me that you're just gonna be like, oh no, that's cool, you can go do a song with him?
If he would have left my shit and went and got on Nipsey shit, I'm like, all right, I wouldn't have tripped. He would have went and got on the State Team project, yeah, you cut off.
See?
There you go. But that's kind of the exact same point, right?
Yeah, but the question is, do the motherfucker care that you cutting them off? That's the question. I said I would, after being on the GNX project, if he called, hey, Munchie, well, I ain't about to go in there and he about to diss Kendrick or something. I hope not. Don't diss him. We just trying to make a
I just feel like you even being on the song is a diss in and of itself. And the thing is like, yeah, okay, if you're like The Weeknd and you fucking do a song with Drake and Kendrick, like it's one thing because you're just a singer. But if you're like a fucking street rapper,
okay, so
which everybody on GNX was, besides SZA.
I use this as an example. So should I target Peso for because this your song and Blueface got on your song and dissing? Should I target him? Didn't I ask this the other day?
You did ask that.
Should I target him?
I don't think you should target him, but if Peso ran over and did a song with you right after, then for sure, if I'm Blueface, I'm looking at him like, damn, that was kind of weird.
Oh, I didn't advise.
Even though that is a different dynamic too, because that's like Blueface did a presumably paid verse for Peso.
I mean, there's a lot of people that do records with other artists, and that artist is dissing ops on that record that has nothing to do with whoever the feature is, right?
But there's not a lot of that, really. Like if I get on a song with you and you're dissing somebody, then they think that I'm part of that.
Right.
There's
the example I use
fantasy to think otherwise.
It's like he's shooting out your car. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, but
if I use Adam Carr to go bust on the back on Fig dudes, and all they see is Adam Carr, like maybe that.
If somebody's in here and they have a camera in their face and they say, "Hey, fuck Munchie B," it is what it is. He's in No Jumper. People can't stop him from necessarily doing that. If I got my arm around him and I'm pointing at the camera going bang, 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 and he's saying fuck Munchie B, then what am I? I'm I'm an anti-Munchie B guy. I'm hopping on board with his anti-Munchie B movement.
Okay, but like, and on top of that, like, I manage an artist. He has enemies. He's from a neighborhood.
You're scared.
That's gang ops though, not industry ops.
Right, which is even okay. But like, then those
difference
when he dissing ops, those people are looking at me too, and like, oh, you're an enemy too because you're helping this guy that's getting at me.
No, not necessarily.
I hope they catch you lacking and teach you a lesson.
Not necessarily.
You'd be sad.
You just pushing pushing artists.
Yeah, but that's the thing. A lot of people can't differentiate.
Is you a Diddy ass nigga? Is you trying to hop in all the videos and all that?
Not hell no.
Like your tipper me?
Not hell no.
You're right.
Not
you're gonna be in there.
The only reason I would ever do that is if it would be beneficial to them. I want them to shine on their own. I don't want. And
no, I'm saying so you wouldn't be.
I know exactly what you're saying.
If you in the videos and he dissing somebody hood, nigga, they probably should get up on you.
Yeah.
But if he doing his thing and you just, you know what I'm saying, you coach Lush, then that's kind of different.
Can I tell you guys about the podcast I just did for the next 10 minutes or so? Like
the dude that you just were with,
the what's his name, Chris Blake Griffith. He's basically the guy that's suing Stephon Diggs. So are you familiar with the story?
Yeah.
Hold the fuck up. He was here.
Yeah, I just interviewed him before this.
Didn't he say that he got touched on?
So basically, like. He's a stylist. Most stylists are gay. I think it's fair to say. Probably 98% of them. He's not gay. He became, kind of Stephon Diggs stylist. He's going around with them. He's doing whatever. And like, he starts to notice like little things like, just being a little bit forward with him or saying a little flirty shit to him or whatever. And he's straight. And so he's like kind of weirded out by it. And then he says that, one day, Stephon Diggs is like basically off Molly or fucking Tusi or whatever, and he pulls his fucking hard dick out and then grabs Chris and like sticks his fucking ear, his tongue in his ear. So picture this. This is your homie that is up like 100 M's or whatever it is off football, And this is supposed to be your homie that like you look at this guy as the man everywhere you go. This is the dude. He said when they would be going out to the designer stores and shit, that Stephon Diggs would be buying him shit. Which then later,
that sounds sus.
Then later on, he starts realizing like, damn, you're not buying stuff for like the rest of the guys that you hang out with, but you buying me shit and you buying the girls shit. But then he grabs and starts trying to like suck his ear or whatever. He said that he basically like. He sneaked fucking Tusi or Molly or whatever into his drink or whatever because he don't do pills and shit like that. And so that's one thing. Because like I went into it thinking like it's kind of weird to like sue the dude just for like trying to fucking hook up with you like one time, right?
But once you text somebody, that's.
But they didn't have like a formal work agreement. Like he was giving him money and then he's like styling him and shit like that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I was just a little surprised of like, you know, if a gay dude hits on you and like tries to like grab your ass or something, you're gonna like file a lawsuit. I mean, I guess you could, but like it's just kind of surprising.
Hey,
don't worry, Adam, if you whip out your dick, I promise.
But let me just finish. So the thing that happens after that though is that then he's back in his apartment in DC or whatever. He like shows up at his apartment. And multiple of Stephon Diggs' dudes robbed his whole apartment because he's a stylist, so he got to have mad jewelry, chrome hearts, all kinds of designer shit, whatever. They took hella shit from him and then beat the fuck out of him. There's videos, there's cameras, all from the fucking the apartment building. He thinks the apartment was in on it, and now he's filing this crazy lawsuit. And the dude, one of the dudes who robbed him. He got like 2 years probation or whatever. Like it already went to court. Like
it seemed like from watching the interview, because I was in the other room watching it, it seemed like he's pretty even keeled. Like, did you believe like his?
What that mean? Even keeled?
Like he seemed like he's
level-headed.
Yeah, he's level-headed.
Okay.
Down to earth.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I took him to be pretty upfront. Like, and I was going into it sort of skeptical about him as a accuser because I heard the voice notes or the Twitter space or whatever it was where Cardi B basically maligned his character and said that Chris has been changing up his story every single time that he has told the story. He keeps changing it and making it worse, trying to make it go viral and everything like that. She said she painted him as a total fucking liar. And when I'm sitting there having the conversation with him, everything made sense. Everything totally lined up, and it sounds like he's definitely telling the
Okay, I
truth.
got a question. Do he got a feminine vibe? Is he feminine?
So he's like in really good shape, and then he wears fashion forward clothing. Like when we're doing the interview, he's wearing like, you know, a sort of tight tank top. He's got really baggy jeans with holes in them and shit like that. I could understand somebody maybe thinking that he gave off like a zesty vibe, but no, like I wouldn't say that he read as like gay. But like if you're more of like a really,
What about the way he speak? Do he give feminine?
I wouldn't say
not super. I'll say he's kind of like a Mikey, like a light skin, like slightly zestier Mikey.
Mikey's bisexual also.
I'm trying to figure out what would give him the notation that it's a go to try to put your tongue in his dude's ear. Like I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Is he giving gay?
According to Chris, no, he didn't give him anything in advance to make him feel like he would be accepting of him trying to fuck him. And honestly, when I'm watching it, or when I'm listening to him describe it last night when I was doing research, it was blowing my mind because I've been hanging out with dudes my whole life, and I never had a dude try any gay shit with me ever. Like a friend, I've never had a friend do anything even slightly gay to me, and I don't even know what the fuck I would do. Obviously, I would like fire out, I might freak out, but I can't imagine what it would be like to have a dude make a move on me.
Yeah, that's pretty. Man, I'm not gonna.
My close friend and famous athlete who's paying me money. That would make it even weirder.
The thing is I have a strong aversion. I really don't like when people blame drugs on doing gay shit. Because I have done so many drugs. If I was going to do something gay in my life, I've been broke and I've been on hella drugs, and I for sure would be a prime candidate. I'm not gay, so I don't fucking do anything gay.
I think
regardless of how loaded
we're all skeptical about
yeah, man.
the truth
After
of
the
that.
last 2 weeks, I've been thinking, all right, bro. Man, you might be trying to hide something, bro.
Yeah, you're so performatively heterosexual that it kind of makes us all feel like you might be like secretly gay.
Bro, if I was
Bro,
into
you
guys,
talk
I'd
about
be
anytime you around a big, you like hey, I just shook this bad Cuban bitch hand, or hey, I just went to the grocery store. I seen two girls. I like, why you gotta mention every time you see a bitch? I'm like, what the fuck are you hiding, bro?
And
Also,
he's
keep in mind, I'm like
always
fresh out of relationship.
Yeah, but he's
so, like,
always talking about girls, but then he never sends like a picture with one.
Bro, I told you to take a picture of the bitch, bro, or take a picture of her purse at least.
shit. I got pictures of
Nah,
a new bitch
I
I'm
wanted
fucking
it
with
then.
on my IG story right now.
And I wanted it then. What
But-
you had claimed earlier in the group text, I wanted a picture of that.
Yeah, no, I got you.
No, it's too late. I wanted it in the moment, nigga.
Bro.
Yeah, now he has time.
Yeah, all that.
You know what? That's fine because my dick stays eating. It doesn't matter. It's got a very, very, very,
Hey,
very
man, look.
huge appetite.
Ugh.
But at the end of the
You
day,
trying to prove shit again?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Bro, but, like,
Trying to prove what?
You come
I'm not trying to prove anything.
And she's your beard, bro.
my whole thing is this: if I was gay, I would be unashamedly gay. I'd be like,
That's
I'm
easy
fucking
to
gay.
say.
Yeah, if it was a fifth, we all be faded, bro.
If
don't know
it
if
was
you
a
have
fifth,
the
I would be
courage.
jerking off 3 guys right now.
No, you won't.
You
Not
feel
around
me?
me,
Like
nigga.
that's like I'm just saying hypothetically.
But that's like in the interrogation room videos where the guys are like, I'm just not the type of guy to shoot and kill my girlfriend. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm too busy. And it's like, what? Like, that's a weird excuse. Like, you're too busy. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You saying that is like kind of similar to that, I feel like.
The phrase that William Shakespeare said, right? I think the lady doth protest too much. Guess what? I don't give a fuck. Y'all think
What
I'm
does that
gay?
mean?
That means like, oh, why are you?
Girlfriend.
It means exactly what you just said. Why are you trying to overcompensate and go so hard about to prove something that? My point is, I don't give a fuck.
But I
Y'all can think
resent
I'm
that.
gay.
I resent people who act like you're not allowed to, like, argue against people making false accusations about you.
I mean,
And that somehow is, like, indicative of you being guilty or, like, over defensive. Like, I don't appreciate that. I don't get where people are coming from.
I think there's a line. I think that if you're super eager to overprove it, my whole thing is this: like, if I'm acting in an unbecoming manner when it comes to my dealings with women, as of me being single, it's my first time being single in a while, and I'm excited, and I'm trying to, you feel me? I dove into the motherfucking pond. You feel me? So like, that's it.
That's
so I
getting
just
your- getting your groove back, huh?
That's it. You feel me? Stella got his groove back. You feel me? So that's really what it comes down to. It's not a matter of me. If I'm trying to prove anything to anybody, I'm trying to prove it to myself.
That you could crack a bitch.
But beyond just crack a bitch, that like, because if I don't do that, then I'll be inclined to just wallow and be depressed.
Yeah,
and
if
be
you
like,
never get laid again, I would be sad on your behalf.
I'll be tripping on a bitch.
I definitely think it's a possibility, but I mean,
No, I'm honestly
It's
like,
another 20 verses coming up again on November.
you, right?
you next, buddy.
No, I thought I talked to somebody and they said something like next Thursday or something. That wasn't talking about you?
We hosting your shit next, gang.
Oh, yeah, no, it go up. But I don't joke around with transgenders and shit.
It's different. Well,